Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 22 with me, MrSealyp. It's Wednesday the 12th of January. We have new mods on Farming Simulator 22 in front of me. We've got the Hydrant Water by Piesel, 0.32 megabytes to download, 2 slots and 1 slot. I've left the interactive zone markers on because it's going to make it easier for looking at some of the stuff later on. Once bought and placed, the water from these is free. So it's, like I say, 3 different designs, depending on what you might want to go for. Nice size as well. They'll fit into, you know, a little corner somewhere, just tucked out the way. Nothing too over the top. Under build mode, if we go into, they were, I want to say tools. In containers, we've got the Hydrant, 5,000 to buy, Hydrant 5,000 to buy, and Hydrant 5,000 to buy. Slot counts all come down to 1 for any subsequent one you get after that. But I say, once you have bought them, your water is free after that. They're by Piesel. Very handy. Next up, we have got the Placeable filling stations. These are by AtzeVR, 3.62 megabytes download. We've got one for buying seed, we have got one for buying herbicide, we've got one for buying liquid fertiliser, and we've got one for buying regular fertiliser. Now, I will say, these are very slow to fill up something. I bought some seed in a trailer just to check prices and that kind of thing. I haven't done all of them, and obviously it depends when you're watching this. As more mods come out and there are placeable, like buy anything silos, and there's, you know, various different ones will come out. The prices will fluctuate and vary between each one, but I can say that in doing the seed, it worked out at about 900 for 1,000, which is what it is pretty much base game for the pallet. So roughly what the base game prices are. They're nicely made, nicely detailed. You'll find these in build mode under tools. Yep. These are 100 each to buy and place, so not very expensive at all. If I go for the seed one, as you can see, nice and small, manoeuvrable. Some of them only move in 90-degree rotations, but this particular mod, we can swing it around any orientation we want to place. Very helpful, very handy. I managed to fill up on both sides. I mean, in front would be kind of, I say, the most obvious choice, but and I say they were a little bit slow to refill, but other than that, not a bad price, not too bad on the old slot count either. Next up, we have got the TMR Pack. I didn't realise how close I'd put that next there. This is by Pascal Kautz. It is 1.26 megabytes download. Don't think I can lift that. You can find these under your objects. Under big bag pallets, you'll find the pallet. So 460 for 1,000 litres of total mix ration, which isn't too bad, you kind of think initially. You'll need pallet forks or something along those lines to lift them and move them around. When you buy them, you can buy them all the way up to multiples of 8 at a time, which makes life a little bit easier if you're going to be doing a fair bit of total mix ration. And then if you go into big bags, we've got the total mix ration. Now, it might just be me, but obviously if you're using pallet forks to move them around, you want to use the other ones because it's a little bit easier. There are big bag handlers and stuff for doing these. It's 360 for 1,000 litres for the big bag, but the pallet is 460, so it's cheaper getting the big bags if you want to go down that route. But here's the thing. Don't get me wrong, absolutely fantastic. If you want to go down this route, you want to deliver the stuff yourself, put it onto a trailer and off you go. They work really well, looks really nice, does the job. But the Buy Anything silo from 82 Studio that came out very early on, I was trying to work out the prices for 1,000 litres. You know, obviously it says what 1,000 litres is of each of these, 460 and 360. So I went and got a trailer and filled up from there, and I got 8,000 litres of total mixed ration for 251. So, if you want to go cheap, you probably want to go for that mod that already exists, or if you want to go for a more realistic transporting them yourself, however you want to go about it, you can use these, the TMR Pack by Pascal, Kautz. Moving on from there, we have got the Stoll Frontloader Pack. This is by Niklge, I think it is. 2.36 megabytes download, 2 slots each on console. There's an FZ30 and FZ60. Most of the standard in-game vehicles now have a quick attach or a Hauer, not a Stoll attacher, which they used to have. This will still hook up. That one's got a Stoll. Some of the modded tractors and stuff have got Stoll attachers under front loaders. But this one gives you the option, or these ones give you the option for changing the colours to mix and match with your vehicles as well, if you wish to do so. These you'll find under tools. If we go to front loaders, not front loader tools, but front loaders, we've got the quick attachers standard, the Hauer attachers standard, and the John Deere's. And then we move over here to the Stoll front loader pack. So there's the FZ30 for 5,400, the FZ60 for 8,000. Like I say, 2 slots each, but obviously I've already got an FZ60, that's why it's gone down to 1. And we can change the colour to anything on that pallet, like so. And it works as a front loader should, really. Like I say, it will hook up to the Hauer attacher. Well, once it's attached, really all you're bothered about is whether it will operate and do what it's supposed to. And it absolutely does. So there we go. The Stoll front loader pack by Niklge. Moving on from there, we've got this. This is the Samson SP14/17 by Camelos0397, 4.77 megabytes download, 5 slots on console. This is a manure spreader, muck spreader, however you want to refer to it. I've got the SP17, which has got slightly larger capacity on this, 16,900 litres for the SP17. The SP14 is 13,000 something, but we are going to have a look at it. Very nicely detailed. Spreads out to 8 metres, I think it's 8 metres. This doesn't do lime as well, this is just a manure muck spreader. You'll find it, he says, there we go, under manure spreaders on the end. So yeah, 13,600 and then 16,900 depending on which one you go for 43 grand. So let's see what else we've got around that price. 50 grand for that one, that's 14,000. It's not a bad price actually for the capacity. Kind of fits in nicely what we've already got. So the SP14 looks like that. 13,600. The SP17, 16,900. We've got the option of Trelleborg, Vredestein, Continental, back to Trelleborg. With the Vredestein, we've got standard, wide, and under Continental we haven't got anything either. So Trelleborg and Continental are just standards, and then the Vredestein we've got standard and a wide option. Those are your choices. You can change the number plate if you wish to. Obviously, I still haven't changed that. It says baked bean on it. I need to go in and change that. Let's hook up. Opening up. L1 and X gets it ready for operation. Turning on. Off we go. 8 metre spread. Nice animation. I love the steam coming off. That's quite cool. There you go. Nice animation on the suspension, bit of bounce on that. And when it's empty and you fill it up, like a lot of the trailers and stuff do now in FS22, the whole thing sags down under the weight. But, yeah, very nice. The Samson SP1417 by Camelos0397. Next, we have got the Krampe Bandit 750. This by Greenstar 3876. This is a 45,000 litre trailer, 3.43 megabytes download, and 3 slots on console. Hook up to it. Unloading L1, R1, and triangle. It's not a tip, it's a flat push trailer. flat push city limits. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. Very nicely detailed. Looks great. I know we had these on FS19 as well, so it's, you know, I don't think we've got one standard in game at the moment. But if we go up to our trailers, right on the very end, 51 grand for 45,000 litres. We've got Trelleborg, Vredestein, Michelin, BKT, back again. Trelleborgs, we've just got that standard tyre option. Under Vredestein, we've got standard, wides, wide 2, I think it's a wide 3 as well, yeah, wide 3, back to standard. Michelin, standard, and a standard 2, just changes the tread pattern. BKT, we've got the BKT Super 630s, no other option, and then we're back to Trelleborg, and then we can change the number plate. Or we can have the number plate off, you don't have to have a number plate at all if you don't want one. There you go, Bandit 750. By Green Star 3876. Next we've got the Kaweco Radium 245. I think we've got, what's the standard in game we've got at the moment? Is it a 255 we've got? I'm pretty sure it's a 255. Just swing that around. So rear steer, as you can see. Actually didn't check the other one, so it had a rear steer as well, but I should do really, otherwise I'm doing it a disservice, aren't I? It does, there we go, rear steer. It's just shoddy reporting, that's what it is. So, we'll have a look around it first. Another one, very nicely detailed. This one is 38,500 litres, 14.31 megabytes download, 8 slots on console for the first one. Another nicely detailed looking trailer. Oh, that's the point. This does have the option for that front cage bit to move up and down, as does this one. If you're doing like silage operations and you're spraying into it, that kind of thing. That's generally what that's used for. Also under trailers, the Radium or Radium 245. I'm sure it's a 255 we got already. Yeah, there you go, 255. The 255 is 47,000 litres at 68,500. This one is 38,500, 48.5. So we're losing a little bit of capacity, but it's quite a bit cheaper, 48,500. It does take forage crops only, whereas the Bandit will do everything. That's more of a forage trailer. Does the standard in-game one, is that a forage trailer? Yeah. So it'll do forage crops like grass and straw and sugar beet and silage, those kind of things. Options available, Trelleborg, Michelin, Mitres, BKT, Vredestein, back again. Got standard and wides. I think they're standard and wides on most of these. One of them doesn't have an option. Yeah, Mitres is just that you get BKT standard and wide, Vredestein standard and wide, and then back to Trelleborg. We can change the main colour from the Kaweco orange to the Kaweco green. Rim colour from grey to red. And then again, license plate option if you want to have it. Unloading of this one, L1, R1 and triangle. Nice animation on this. Nice sound effects. That's cool, isn't it? Is it L1? Right stick up and down. No, R1. No, so L1 and right stick up and down. There we go. So that will move. And the Bandit does the same thing as well. So there we go. That's the 3 trailers. Right, I'm now going to move on. So that one was by... Sorry, I didn't say that was by, did I? Oh, that's Schnibbl. Schnibbl modding for the Kaweco Radium. Schnibbl modding. Moving on from there. I'm going to do the 2 vehicles last, just in case. But I'm moving on to the Bavarian Farm Pack by BERNIESCS. Towards the end of FS19 we've got, and I can't remember what the name of it was, it escapes me, it wasn't Bavarian Farm Pack. And it was a farm pack, but you had to place everything on a kind of almost like a base plate. Then in the revised edition of it, you could place anything anywhere. So this is a pack of things along those lines. And there's a load in this. So 62.78 megabytes download, but blimey, do you get a lot. And there's some stuff in here that I think is going to work really nicely among other kind of maps and Let's Plays, because you can pick and choose which parts of this you use as well. I'm going to start with the bunker silos here. So we've got bunker silo open. Actually, let's put this open as well. On, sorry. So bunker silo open and bunker silo closed. These are 4 slots each. We've got farm silo multi-fruit. We'll get back to the manure pits. Actually, to the manure pits now. Sorry. Manure pit storage. Let's do that next. Manure pit storage. Now, 2 slots, 4 million litre capacity. There is an extension, which is a 2 million. Now, you see that's already got stuff in it. That's interesting because it's actually linked itself to the silo. I have put one of these over by the cow shed, which we've got over there. We're going to look at in a little while as well. But look at the size of it compared to the standard in-game one. Really small size, but massive capacity. So pretty handy. Like that. We'll have a look at them in the build mode in a minute. These are all under silos at the moment. So bunker silos, manure pits. We've got the farm silo multi-fruit. This is 10 slots and holds 2 million litres. This will take pretty much everything apart from liquids, but it takes everything solid as far as I can tell. I have checked with a couple of trailers and takes pretty much everything. Again, really nicely designed. Putting into it is done here. Taking out of it is done here. Next to that, we've got the Hayloft. The Hayloft is 5 slots. And this will hold 250,000 litres. In and out is done here for the Hayloft, but you've also got a barn to the side as well, drive-through, lights. Something that's changed, I don't know if it's going to be on all mods. Some of the mods do still have light switches, but in a lot of the barns and buildings so far, you just kind of walk into the middle of the shed and it comes up with turn on and off shed lights. So there's not actually a light switch. I don't know if that was done on purpose because I'm such an idiot and could never find them on FS19, which is entirely plausible. That's the Hayloft. Again, really nicely detailed and textured. Like, even got the sort of mossy, kind of mouldy patches on the roof. Not mouldy, you know what I mean? Next to that, I told you there was a lot. We've got seed storage. This is 4 slots. Seed storage to 27,300 litres. You can bring your own seed and put into it and take out of it, but you can go up to it and refill the silo yourself in different increments all the way up, so you can put as much or as little seed in or out as you want to simulate it being delivered by someone else. Then you just come and take out of it when you need to. So seed storage. We've got diesel, the diesel tank. That's also 4 slots. That's 25,000 litre capacity. Again, we can buy it to put in. Now, I'm not sure about putting into it. There's not, like this one's got the thing here. I would assume you can bring your own diesel and put into it. But again, the detailing, the level of detail and stuff on it, I think it looks fantastic. Really nicely done, all of these. I mean, the wood looks like wood. It's brilliant. Then we've got the water tank. The water tank is 3 slots. Once placed, though, be careful. Unlike the hydrants we had at the start, this one charges you for water. So you buy it, place it, and it will charge you for water. So something to be aware of. From there, we go behind, and we've got the Bavarian Farmhouse. This is 9 slots. We'll have a look at all the prices and where they are in the build mode in just a minute. To the left-hand side of this, we've got our wardrobe. So you can open your wardrobe and get changed out in the open in front of everyone if you want to. And then we've got our trigger just here. Pretty standard now. Just set it for the time the following day, anywhere from 5 AM through to 9 AM, and it will go right the way around the clock until that time, as you can see. Be careful, because you can actually go into here. I'm not sure you're supposed to, but the only way back out is through the doorway, so otherwise you get stuck like that. I did that completely by accident for the first time. That's the farmhouse. Next to the farmhouse, we've got the first of the sheds. This is 4 slots. Lighting inside on this one as well, towards the front here. Turn that off again. I like the sound effects on the doors. Next to that, we have got the cargo hangar big, which is 3 slots, 3 bays. First one is drive-through, and then 2 closed-in bays. Oh, that's interesting. There's not a light option coming up. Maybe it's right in the middle. No? Maybe they're automatic. Oh, please tell me there's not a light switch on this one. I haven't seen one anywhere. Then we've got cargo hangar small, which is 4 slots. It's more slots for the small one than it is for the big one. Don't know why that is. Just the way it is. Cargo hangar big, cargo hangar small. We've then got the second shed, which is much smaller. That's 2 slots. Next to this, we've got the shovel rack. This is the front-loader tools, sort of cabinet for front-loader tools. 3 slots. We open that up. You've got a couple of shelves in there, so if you've got a few front-loader tools, you can put them in there above or below, then close it all up, keep them tucked away, neat and tidy, out of the elements. Then on from there, we've got, there's quite a bit of stuff in this pack. We've got the chicken coop. This is cool. I like this one a lot for the price as well. This is 6 slots for the chicken coop. Really nicely labelled. You're not going to make a mistake there. There's your feed trigger for putting in. Your pallets spawn there for your egg boxes, just there. Your dialogue box is here for putting in or taking out. And obviously we can take out now because we've got the chicken transport trailers that came out the other day. So we can take out if we want to. We can go inside here. You don't need to because obviously the pallets spawn outside, not in here anywhere, but and that doesn't actually do anything, but it's there anyway. And when we look at this in a minute in the build mode, this holds 360 chickens and it is cheap as chips. You don't need any water or anything. It's a barn building already, which brings me on to the last in this pack, and it's the cow shed, and I really like this. Does that not look fantastic? This is 12 slots, holds 45 cows, and it's the same as the chicken one really. The price of it for 45 cows is amazing. We've got some in here already, as you can see. What I do like, yes it's steep, but we can go up to the hayloft up here. Thank you. Your feed trough is along the front there, but we'll get to that in a minute. We can go down the stairs here, which brings us round to the sort of milking section. We've also got another bit out here. Nice bit of storage, and you can get a skid steer load or something small up here for bringing your bales and things. And if you wanted to, you could drop them off the side there. If you've got a mixer wagon here, ready to do feeding, just park your mixer wagon there, then drop your bales in from above, and then feed. Very nice. So you can go down the stairs there, we'll come back out and we'll go around. Those steps go up and take us back to where we just were. There's a door there. We can open that one, go into the milking section. This one brings us in. This is where you take your milk out. So that symbol you're taking out, that's for your milk. Your dialogue box is just here. So for putting in or taking out, if you're delivering or taking away to be sold, you can do that all here. This section is the one I just said. We were just above that, just there. So this is your feed in, and it says there, food trigger. Can't go wrong. So if you haven't got the interactive zone markers on, it's still there telling you that's the feed trigger. Come out the other side, we'll get a straw trigger just here. Back up or drive alongside that. That's where your straw is going to go. Slurry pit, taking out of your slurry pit is done here. Obviously your cows are nice and happy in there. Now I have put a separate manure pit over here. I don't know if it's going to be showing anything yet, if it is at all. Yeah, manure 0. I'm not sure. If we go up to our animals, our chickens are happy, fed, no problem at all. Like I said, it will hold 360. I've only got 62 in there at the moment. This hold 45 and I've got 20 in here. But under there, it's not saying anything for manure, which the other ones don't really. There's no milk production yet either. But then, to be fair, I'm on half speed. I'm not on full speed. Actually, what I'll do? Let's have another look. Milk 37 litres. There we go. We've got a bit of milk production on my productivity is now going up because we've added sped up time a little bit. Have we got any manure in here? There we go. And we've got manure in here. So if you put one of the manure pits or extensions close to it, you'll get your manure go straight into there already. 333 litres already. Not bad at all. So what we'll do, we'll have a look in the build mode menu. So we'll start off with the sheds, I think. So yeah, sheds, scroll on the bottom. So the standard shed we had to look at was 10 grand. The cargo hangar big was 20 grand. Cargo hangar small was 8 grand. Smaller shed 2 grand. Cabinet for front loader tools was 1,000. If we then come up and we go to silos, right at the very start we had the 2 bunker silos, 10,000 and 15,000. The open one was 10,000. The closed-ended was 15,000. The 2 million litre multi-fruit silo was only 11 grand. So that's what I'm saying about this pack. Some of this stuff in here is going to be really, really useful. The manure pit storage, 4 million litres for 2 grand, and it's really small, fits in nicely. The Hayloft, 15,500 for 250,000 litres, brilliant. So those are under silos. Under silo extensions, there is there's the manure heap extension, and that's the one, when I went to place it, it said it needed to be placed near a barn, which I thought was weird. And I put in some manure into the multi-fruit silo, and it put it in there. We'll just have a look at that. That's what I was talking about earlier. Weirdly, I tipped manure into the multi-fruit silo to see if it would take manure and store it. And because this extension was placed close to the silo, it showed up here. Yeah, 51,999 litres there. I can take it out from here, but I can also take it out from here. I tried with the trailer. So if you want an absolute load of storage for manure, you could put one of the extensions next to the silo and you could store loads. I mean, what would that be? 6 million litres, 2 million in that, 4 in that. Or is that 2 million litres? Hang on, let me just double check on my notes. That's 2 million, the extension. So yeah, 4 million combined. I don't know, it's just one of those things. Right, back into the build mode. Container we had. So on a container, the seed storage is £1,000. The diesel tank was 6,500. The water tank was 2,000. Under tools, did we have anything under tools? I don't think we did we? Nope. Hang on. Under farmhouses is where you'll find the Bavarian farmhouse. 50 grand, not cheap. There are cheap alternatives for farmhouses, but it is there. That's part of gyms, I think, isn't it? Or is it? Just double check this because I'm not sure if it says farm garage on the list. I don't think it does. No. And then we've done the sheds, done the cabinets, done the hayloft, storage, silos, which brings us on to the animals. So the chickens, if we look at that one there, holds 360, the standard in-game one, 79 grand. This one holds 360 for 9 grand. I know which one I'd rather use. Just to get yourself going, I would say definitely. So that's the chicken coop. And then the cows, again, if we come across here on the standard in-game one, the second one along, cow barn, holds 45, which is what this modded one, the cow shed, holds. 254,000 for that one, and 13 slots. The cow shed, says cow shed medium, that comes in this pack is only 80 grand and holds the same amount, 45. And that's 12 slots, I think it was. Yeah, so 13 and 12 slots, much cheaper, same capacity. You be the judge, plus you've got a nice big hayloft above it, and yeah, I just think that's a bit of a no-brainer with that. But then the pack itself is a fair size, 62.78 megabytes download, so that would be entirely your choice. But a nice pack that by BERNIESCS, the Bavarian Farm Pack. I'm just going to reset onto the last couple of mods. I will see you in a moment. Okay, next up then, we've got the Lindner Lintrac 130 by AgrarDesignAustria, 10.89 megabytes download and 13 slots on console. Yes, we have already got one standard in game. If we go to our vehicles and to small tractors, we have got, where is it? There you go, the Lintrac 130. So the price is the same, but it's one slot less. And I think with that one, mind you though, no. Yeah, I'm curious then, because the options don't seem much different. What's different there? Fender maybe? But we have got the option of Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Mitas, Vredestein and back again on each one of those. So it'd just be difference in the tread. You've got the option of a standard, a wide, narrows, rear twins and twins. That's the same on all of them. So if we go across to our Michelin, you'll see standard, wide, rear twin, twin. Oh, actually, there's not a narrow on that one, so I apologise. Wide, narrow. That was a sweeping statement. A couple of them don't have a narrow option. Then we've got down here with fender, without fender, front loader attacher, quick or Hauer, and then we can change the colour to any one of those. I went for the blue. Rim colour, anything on there. And then you can change the number plate if you wish to. 136 horsepower. Variable transmission. If we hop in, start it up. Lights. Horn. I think this one may be doors and windows and things like that. Steering options. We've got all-wheel steer. Front wheel steer. Crab left, crab right, back to all-wheel steer again. These are very versatile little tractors. You can manoeuvre in very tight spaces. Very cool indeed. I do like the beacons on these. I think this came out, was it part of the Alpine Pack? I'm trying to think now. Might have been with the Alpine Pack. But we do have with this one as well. L1 and right stick side to side opens the left door. Up and down opens the right door. R1, right stick side to side opens the rear window. Right stick up and down opens the front window. So you have the air going right the way through, if you wish. Nothing. Oh yeah, L1 and R1. Does that change? No way. But the side windows open as well. Yeah, the rear windows open a little bit too. How mad is that? Those two little side openers there, look. There we go. Interior looks like this. Say, that's a weird sound for the tractor. There we go. Very nice mod that. The Lindner Lintrac 130 by AgrarDesignAustria. Lights off. Last of the mods for today then. This was another one that we got, I think fairly late on FS19. This is the JCB Workmax 800D by WhiteBull modding. It's 3 slots for the actual JCB Workmax, and then there's also a little plough for doing some winter work, if you wish. That's 1 slot. 6.68 megabytes to download. You find it under vehicles and cars. On the end, 15,795, 83 horsepower. We have design 1. Design 2 puts the front sort of bumper. I mean, that's it. Then without windows, with a front window or closed cabin completely. We can change the main colour to any one of those. those are the options for the Workmax itself. If we go down to winter equipment and we scroll across, the JCB front plough, 950 to buy, 1 slot. We can change the main colour to match up with or in contrast to your main vehicle if you want to be able to see it a little bit easier in the snow or however you want to go about it. So let's hop in. On. Now when I drove this out here, I did get a little bit of a slide on it at faster speed, but it doesn't seem to want to do it now. Might be the plough. We do have straps in the back, as you can see, straps on or off. We can open the back bed like so, and we can unload with unload here. So if you want to put some stuff in it, you absolutely can. We haven't got doors or windows open. Interior looks like this. Well, it's fairly basic, but it's supposed to be. Cheap to use and run. On the front plough, L1 and right stick up and down raises and lowers it. Then R1 and right stick up and down twists it. If you want to push the snow to the side while you're operating it, and you can get the level just right for your snow plough operations. I think I might have opened that by mistake. There we go. Lights. Same main beam. Well, I suppose it is. And that's it. That's the JCB Workmax 800D, and I've got through an entire mod review without a game crash. Hallelujah. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.